Welcome to Simon's Trading Channel. Happy Tuesday to you. Sorry I missed yesterday's video. I was in a land of no internet, so that was my reason. Apologies for that. I can't decide today if I look more like Father Christmas or the Grinch. Two polar opposites, I think you'll agree. Anyway, let's get straight on with the price action analysis. So it looks like a good day for Bitcoin. Now, what I'm going to do, because I missed yesterday, I just want to quickly check in on the weekly time frame, excuse me, just to see where Bitcoin closed basically at midnight on Sunday for the perpetual exchanges. And that was a good looking bullish candle, big sell off during the week, brought it all back up and then closed above the entry. So it's a bullish weekly candle. And also it's continuation of volatility expansion just about on the weekly time frame. Although, depending on what happens this week, probably will get confirmation of that. So yeah, good weekly closure. Now, back down to the daily time frame, you can see nicely. So with the closure, or with yesterday's closure, is it from yesterday? Yeah, the MACD has turned green, and it will remain with upside posture as long as Bitcoin in the next 4 hours doesn't get below 104.5, it's probably okay for. So that's continued upward momentum. Or you can see nicely, and I think if you just, it's best to zoom out when you look at these things. Look at the RSI gaining pace here, particularly when the price was basically going sideways. So it's building momentum. And at the moment, the top of the momentum was when the price was here. So it remains to be seen. Clearly, the price is now above there. It remains to be seen where the RSI gets up to before Bitcoin decides to turn back around. What could the price be? I don't know, but in my $15,000 Bitcoin moves, the next one would go up to 120. Will it be, it's on the daily time frame, the RSI, despite the price getting to say 120, it's just a guess, don't hold me to that. But let's say the RSI doesn't get back above here or even here, and then you've got several drivers of regular bearish divergence and a decline in momentum, which would likely then beget a decent pullback. And by decent pullback, I mean not just this sideways and up jazz. So yeah, the daily looking good, getting some volatility. Still got a cough, sorry. Getting some volatility expansion really after, Sunday's closure. Today's probably taking a bit of a breath, but you can see that the midpoint of the Bollinger Band is now coming in around about 100K. So I would look at that as a real support resistance area, and because price is above it, clearly support. As long as price is above the midpoint of the Bollinger Band, it's likely there'll be more upside. Different story if it starts to close back below the midpoint of the Bollinger Band, which is basically at sort of 99 to 100,000. So yeah, momentum isn't as strong, but it's still to the upside. Trend remains to be your friend. That's still to the upside. So the likelihood is more upside price action. Quick look at the 4 hour, which is really today. Yeah, it's gone sideways today. No great shakes there. I mean, you could look at this and say, well, probably the best thing to do would say no 4 hour closures back below 104.5 for continued volatility expansion on the 4 hour. It's cooling off a little bit here. You can see that the MACD did turn red, although it's still to the upside. And you need a 4 hour closure back above 107, so about another $500 to go. all okay, I would suggest, on the 4-hour time frame, above 104, 104 and a half probably. With regards to divergence on the 4-hour, non-obvious yet. It's all a bit depends on your time frame though. I would suggest that these highs here are now out of the game. It's just my opinion. I think that's more reasonable on the daily time frame to look at this price action and the high and the RSI, which I've already discussed. So with the breakout and then the follow through, I don't think there's any bearish divergence on the RSI on the 4-hour time frame. There certainly is on the daily. So pullback's going to happen. It is. The question is when. Not yet, I would suggest. Not yet. All right, there we go. That's the video. Hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please like and subscribe. Join me tomorrow for Wednesday's price action analysis. Forgot what day it was then. Sorry.